Alright everyone, I want to welcome you all back to more Trails Through Daybreak. We're finally beginning to start another new chapter and also nearing the end of the game. We also beat Callahan, and along the way it turns out he ended up turning out to be a good dude. Although, then again, that's probably because he was making the best out of a bad situation, considering what he was given, and decided to help us out in the long run. But either way, guys, we're going to continue on from there and see how everything goes. So if anything else, hope you all continue to enjoy. Thank you again for all love and support. And here we go.
Zeroth form. Duality. Thank goodness. Looks like I'm in good form tonight. I wasn't sure I could even perfect the Zeroth form after being told to do it out of nowhere.
I believe this is the girl from the ending storylines of Reverie.
But I think I've earned the right to hold my head up high to Master's younger disciple now. Not that I can see him joining us up on stage anytime soon.
Yeah, this is the one that Reen fought.
All is ready, Princess.
In record time, too. We couldn't have asked for a bigger client, and this is the first long-term contract we've had in a while. We can afford to take it easy for our first task, at least. But the time has come to reaffirm our existence to the world. Tread lightly, for the Ikaruga lurk in the shadows.
So she noticed us. I should have known we couldn't deceive the Divine Blade of Silver. This is a reconnaissance and force mission. We only need to assess their capabilities, not win the battle. Our foes are both above S rank in strength. Strike in the Blitz Halberd formation. Yeah!
I plan to depart for the east after speaking with him. How fortunate that I was able to catch a glimpse of the living legend's covert student before doing so. I cannot help but wonder what she fights for with those unusual talents of hers. But that mystery, along with what lurks here beneath the Konlone Mountains under Calvert's stormy skies, will have to wait. Now is not the time to investigate further, though it would be a shame to let this encounter go to waste. It might be worth pitting my own greenhorn student against her to see how he fares.
I have to admit, I never thought you would be the one asking to go out with me. We did appear at an event together. Was that all it took to spark such a passionate plea?
I'd like to believe I put more passion into my films than anyone, if nothing else. I'm sure it's the same with you and racing. And now these two passionate souls can finally have the talk I've always wanted. Even if I feel bad for your girlfriend and fans for meeting with you like this.
My partner in life is my Carl, have you know. Of course, I have been known to savor some special moments with only the most beautiful of women.
Oh, look at you, laying on the charm. So, no girlfriend? Could I take that to mean that you also don't have a wife or kids?
Of course I don't. Anyway, it would be a shame to just let the evening end with dinner now that we're together like this. What do you say to joining me for a drive on the expressway? As for whether that will be where the night ends, well, that will be up to us.
I'm so glad she's not falling for this BS.
Oh. He sure is used to this. He makes even cringeworthy lines like that seem totally natural. Whatever. This is my chance to see if there's any truth to that rumor about him traveling the country. That's fine by me. I'm looking forward to seeing how fast you can...
What was...
Z1 Racer Maxim Lugan. I'm a reporter with Buzz Raider magazine. Think we could steal a few minutes of your time?
Buzz Raider? Not the gossip rag that's even worse than Meld.
I'll take that as a yes. Excellent. So, we know you've been everywhere from Tharbad and Longport to Messeldom and Crossbell in the past 3 months. You're a bit of a globetrotter in your off time, wouldn't you say? Now, it's clear you've been living up to your single status to find yourself a girl in every town. Then, could it be you're on the hunt for one here in Edith now, too?
How did you... Have you been following me everywhere I go? I'll admit that I spend my nights out on the town, but that's not why I'm traveling around.
Holy cannoli!
Wait, she's got nothing to do with...
I can't believe what a scoop we have on our hands. Meld's gonna be eating our dust with this one. So, how long have the two of you been dating, Miss Judith Lanster?
Well, she's compromised. This thing's so cool. It's a mechanical wolf, right? Awesome. It looks really strong too. He's like some kind of guardian beast from a fairy tale. He's awesome. He is. He's living with us now. Aren't you Zeros? He can bark too? Can we pet him? Easy, you two. Don't upset him. That Van's just a magnet for strange types, isn't he? The new lad and his animals seem like a good bunch, but still. Well, even better than good, since they've made Yume the happiest I've seen in a while. She is just the cutest damn thing you'd ever did see. You're always like a different person when you're talking about her. And I like that Van is broadening his circle of friends and acquaintances. It's nice to see. Well, he doesn't seem to think so. Oh, they're back.
Market purchase is complete. 5 kilograms of mussels, 3 kilograms of shrimp, and 2 kilograms of artichokes purchased. Please confirm.
Thanks, Theo. I can tell you picked the freshest ones too. Incredible how quickly technology has advanced. Ugh, now I sound really old. It sure has gotten livelier around here compared to when Van was working by his lonesome though. They're all growing boys and girls too, so I want to be sure to give them all the food they need. Intermission.
So let's shift the topic toward the Genesis and Van's Grendel. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll be possible to learn anything about the Genesis' nature from them directly. They appear to have some kind of protection, akin to artifacts, keeping their secrets from us. I can't fathom why they only react to yes either. It does feel as though the Mafia knows a fair amount about them, though.
I had a feeling you wouldn't be able to learn anything from them. Mind you, Almada is also somewhat in the dark when it comes to the Genesis. Yeah, I get the impression they don't know how they're doing what they're doing with them. They just have an idea of what they can do. They're more like disposable tools to whip out for whatever they want to do at any given point. It makes me mad they're using them that way, but there's no better way of putting it. You're taking 4 back from them so far, and that's how it seemed every time. Yeah, much as it pisses me off, they don't seem to give a damn about what happens to the Genesis after they're done with it. Worth noting here that they do seem to be pretty consistent in how they've used the Genesis too. Yes, I agree. They've referred to everything they've done as an experiment. Whether it's manipulating people's vital energies, interfering with their minds, or installing a human's personality into a machine, Almada has kept using the Genesis as a trigger for various kinds of unnatural phenomena. Yeah, I think there's an important fact to bear in mind if we're going to get to the bottom of this. Fortunately, in all the cases we've seen, the phenomenon triggered hasn't reoccurred once since it's been stopped. But there isn't one particular phenomenon that Almada isn't behind that's happened again and again. Oh, I gotcha. Van's transformation to the Grendel, correct? That's right, the ability to reproduce results for further study is a crucial factor in science and engineering. There's a lot we don't know about the Grendel, but what we do know now is that it's comprised of exceedingly high density shards. We also know that Van's hollow, Mare, appears when activating it, or rather, a version of her that possesses free will appears. Yeah.
Yeah, just tell me what you want.
Mare, incidentally, is a custom hollow developed at Marduk. Her source code is classified, but she was created using AI knowledge purchased from multiple companies. However, it goes without saying that the hollow designed by Marduk does not have free will. And that's normal. The hollows that the rest of us use also talk, but you can't have a conversation with them. But when she shows up to help Van transform, she's clearly got a sense of self. It's theoretically possible she's programmed to only seem that way on the surface, but I'm inclined to agree. Same here. They need to program an obscene number of possible responses to give an illusion of free will. She doesn't even have enough space for that much to code, right? That's correct. She takes up only a marginally more space on your Zypha than the hollows that everyone else uses. We would need to perform a special test to be absolutely sure either way. But the Mare that possesses free will seems to be a life form comprised entirely of data. I don't think I can even wrap my head around that idea. This is something really shady all of a sudden. Now, for argument's sake, we assume that Mare is an AI app that achieved free will. The trigger for that would have to be Genesis 2. That's what I was thinking, yeah. Then again, I hate to say this in front of you, Rosette, but I can't say I fully trust anything Marduk says or does. You needn't worry about causing offense. I understand why you would feel that way. Thanks. Still, I think that even they have their limits. I can't help but wonder why exactly the material that formed their source of code came from. But I can't imagine they entrusted her to Van believing that she would exhibit so much unusual behavior. So I think the root of this cause lies in Professor Epstein's legacy rather than her. Incidentally, an AI gaining free will is one thing that would qualify as a technological singularity. Which would mean that, put another way, something happened to Mare that allowed her to evolve past the massive hurdle. Evolve? Now we're really in the gods' territory. The testament suggests that the evolution was a process intended to let we humans shape the world around us. It's also described as what helps bring about our latent potential. That was from the book of Shahat, verse 2. Yochanan's letter, I think. Anyway, I think I get what you're saying. You want to have a chance to observe everything, right? Mayor's appearance, the shards going berserk. In short, everything that happens from the start to me going Grendel. You want to see it all, including the role of Genesis playing it. Oh. Exactly. I think that knowledge will help me support Agnes in her quest for answers too. It might also let you call on the Grendel's power in a less haphazard and dangerous way. What do you think? Does that work for you? Sure. We got 5 Genesis so far, which leave 3 still out to recover. We can't be sure the Mafia has the rest, but if we get any more chances to stop them from causing any trouble, we should take them. And if I end up with a good excuse to transform in our future work, we'll give it a shot. As long as we have a Genesis on hand, we should be able to brave force whatever the other transformation conditions are. Then we just gotta grab Mare Bear when she shows up, right? That's about the short of it. I already added the sensors necessary to observe her and record it all into feel. This could be a little dangerous, but I think it'll be worth our while to try. Don't worry, I'll leave you guys there to back me up, so I'm sure I'll be fine. Of course you will. We'll be right there with you all the way. It sounds like it could be fun. I'll be there to give any technology related support that you may need. We can't do any of this without Genesis being here. Being there. If you're not on board, we won't go ahead with it. It's not that. I can't deny that I'm worried you might be hurt in the process, but the chances of us learning something more about the Genesis and the Grendel through this are promising. So I'll do it all, and I can support you. Then settled. Alright then, let's get started on today's work. I'm gonna find a few of you to handle some other stuff, but Catra's final period ain't over yet. He's coming with me.
That works for me. Though, I honestly can't imagine it would take me long to grasp exactly what you do here. But go ahead and show me exactly what being a Spriggan is all about.
I'll back you up to the best of my ability. Alright, select an additional member to accompany Catra, Agnes, and Van outside. I'm going with Rosette. Orbits can now be customized from the main menu now that Catra is in the party. Okay. Alright, oh, there's a blue marker here, so let's go to, I believe that's the bathhouse. Alright, let's use the bath. One new cutscene will be getting from here. Hey Van, do you mind to see me, or do I see you've made yet another new friend? And a pretty one at that. Say, since you're here, why don't you hop in for a little dip? Guaranteed you'll love it here. A dip? In what? Oh wait, this is the local bathhouse. I take it they're not that common in Basel. This one's real nice. Got a legit sauna and everything. I can show you how to get most out of it if you're game. I'm good, thanks. I just had a shower this morning, so it's a bit soon to wash up again. Don't let me stop you though. If the rest of you want to take a bath, go ahead. I don't mind waiting. You sure? Shame. I was looking forward to inducting you as an honorary sauna sage. Oh, what? I don't know if I like the sound of that. According to him, a sauna sage is someone with an enlightened appreciation for saunas, or something like that. Oh, I don't like saunas, guys. I just don't see the need. I understand the purpose of it. It's just for me, I don't like sweating myself into a like, I just don't see the need for it personally. It is supposedly a practice born in Remiferia, where saunas originate from. Van, knock it off. I know you mean well, but don't go making any potential future customers uncomfortable. Anyway, if you're never interested in giving this place a new guy, you're more than welcome to come back anytime. Right. Thanks. Maybe I will sometime. Should I? I know what's supposed to happen in these sorts of places. No going that? Okay, I thought we were gonna go and refresh ourselves, but that's perfectly fine. Alright, oh wait, hold on. I think we have... Yeah, we do have some connections we can go through. I only have 2 though. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Sarah and Shahina. The dancing sisters from Tharbad are here to perform. They want to say hello if there's time. Maybe I should call them over to... Oh, yeah, let's do it. Van's group decided to take a short break. Everyone split up so they could spend their free time as they pleased. Van, over here! Hey there, you're both looking well. Same to you. It's good to see you again. She means that, by the way. She's been really desperate to meet up with you. Shahina! Oh yeah, I hear you've been asked to perform in Trion Tower. You two are really moving up in the world, ain't ya? I suppose. The Tourism Association here in Edith contracted our agency and requested we put on a show there. It sounds like our performance in the Carnal Cavalcade made an impression on them. And I bet they were also blown away by the show we did with Arkenciel Green Crossbell. Speaking of which, I want to hear about how that went. First, we gotta wait for the others to show. Sarah, Shahina! Welcome to Edith. What's up, you two? It's difficult to believe only a month has passed since we last met. Whoa, hey everyone. Y'all came to see us? Well, this is a pleasant surprise. Oh, I don't believe we met. We haven't, though everyone's told me quite a bit about you both. My name is... Catcher introduced himself to them, and the whole group celebrated their reunion. After that, they all made their way to O-Town. Oh, it's been a bit since I last seen this. Oh, this is awesome. I can't believe we get to see something like this here in O-Town. Those two are so amazing. Yeah, they're even better than I expected. They clearly honed their dance routine. I know, they just wanted somewhere to practice before the big event, but I feel kind of rude not tipping them for some damn good performance. Ah, back in the bathhouse after all. There's nothing like a good bath after dancing. I like this place. It's different from the hammam we have back home, but in a good way. Right? It's our favorite place around here. Oh, and before I forget, I brought you all some shea butter from Tharbad. Hope you like it. Really? Aw, you didn't have to. Thank you. What a lovely gift, Miss Sarah. I'd be honored to have some. Man, chicks love chatting. They're not getting out of there anytime soon, huh? It's fine. Let them catch up. Why don't we grab some sherbet and kill some time with Katra since he's waiting outside? You know what'd be surprising? Just because of the fact that he's kind of shy around bathhouses, if all this time he really was a she. Oh man. I'm so happy for you guys. I'm so glad your performance at Arkenciel went great. Yes, we received your letter about it right after the show concluded. I hope you guys don't mind. We were both so jazzed up about it. I had to tell someone while it was all fresh. I mean, how often do a couple of street dancers like us get to be directed by the fervent dancer Ilia Platier herself? Not that we were intimidated by them or anything. They might be famous, but we kept up with them and their routine just fine. You never get tired of telling everyone all that, do you? It's all you've talked about ever since we got home. Honestly, I don't actually remember the performance much. All I remember is the exhilaration once it was all over. It was kind of like I was in a trance. Yeah, I totally get what you're talking about. When you get so absorbed in a performance, everything else vanishes. You call it a dancer's high. I always forget that Aaron is a performer too. It sounds like it was really stimulating and fruitful time overall. Absolutely. I wish we could watch you two up on stage now that you've improved so much. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like our schedules are going to line up to see your show today. I'm really sorry. Speaking of which, how are we doing on time? You've got your rehearsal, don't you? You've heard it's, you sure it's okay for you to just be hanging around us? It's fine. I double checked everything earlier, so we should still be on time. I don't imagine our schedule this time, so we've got nothing to... Uh-oh. Oh. Oh no! Shahina, what's the matter? We, got a problem. I totally screwed up our schedule. We've only got half an hour before the rehearsal starts. Of course you do. What? Well, that's not good. I'm so sorry, Sarah. Please don't be mad. It's okay, Shahina. Time flies when you're with friends. I should have been on top of things too. But we should get going. Gotta get to the venue soon. Alright, let's go. I'll bring the truck around. You don't have to, Van. It's okay. It'll be faster that way. Knowing the timetables and how long it'll take to get there on foot, you won't make it in time by taking the subway. That's indeed correct, but if you allow Mr. Arkwright to drive you, you'll arrive with even a few moments to spare as long as you take the highway. You should go. I'll keep him informed of the current traffic conditions while he's on the road. What they said. Just go ahead and get your things together. I'll be back in a flash. Alright, thanks a ton, Van. I'm so sorry we have to take off like this, you guys. That's okay. We'll see you two again soon. Van's a great driver. He'll make sure you make it in time. Good luck, you two. Thanks, Agnes. We owe you one. Sarah and Shahina climbed into Van's pickup truck and made a beeline for the highway. Unfortunately. Don't tell me traffic. Don't tell me traffic. Oh my god, traffic. Traffic at a time like this? I took the shortest route too. It would appear that construction in the area is the cause. Not to mention the accident in the expressway. Real bad timing there. This is awful. It's too early to give up. Are you guys prepared to make it no matter what? Yeah, even though we really messed up. We'll do anything to perform our dance for the capital. Then hold on tight. I'm going to use a back street. At least he knows his shortcuts. An underground railroad? Are we even allowed to be here? Maybe not, but it's not like anyone else uses it anymore. I know of an exit near Treon Tower. Buckle up, cause I'm about to let her rip. Alright. Unconventional, but I like it. Well, there's another car down here. There's a couple of hotties in the back. Hell yeah. That thing's got some awesome parts on it. This is our lucky day. There's another car on our tail. Must be some scumbags from the Blacklight District. Well, they ain't gonna catch me. Make them eat our dust. Oh, I will. Alright, 5 minutes till your show starts. I think we're gonna make it in time. Y'all okay back there? I felt like I was in a car chase scene in a movie. My heart's still pounding like crazy. You have our thanks, Van. Had it not been for you, we would have surely been late. We're in your debt once again. Hey, I'm just doing what any other fan would do if they were in my place. Anyway, I'm impressed you can handle my crazy driving and laugh about it afterwards. You two are made of sterner stuff. I mean, I won't deny it was a little scary. But we had faith that you would keep us out of harm's way. We'll invite you to one of our performances in the future as thanks. I hope you'll be able to come. Yeah, please do. Looking forward to it already. I'll ask the others if they'd like to tag along too. Alrighty, we're almost there now. Good luck, you two. Thank you. In the end, Van was able to see the two sisters safely to Treon Tower. On his way back to the office, he listened to their performance on the radio, which seemed to be a roaring success.
I just know you and my sis would go great together.
Shahina, you're going to make Van feel awkward.
Alright, new connection stage, Starbad Dual Stars. Receive Dancing Veil. I'm so close! Okay, we took care of that. I feel like we should do the one more and then we can move on.
Planner launch.
let's do the last one then. Who do I wanna... Okay, upgrading Orbital Net. Taking into account things going forward, Catcher went out of his way to upgrade our Orbital Net environment. I suppose this is an important bit of capital investment, huh? Guess I'll go do some shopping at the Orbital Cafe by the station. And this guy here has one more. Dingo got in touch with me about helping him test a new function of the Orbital camera he just got. Apparently, we'll need to use my car. When I got some time, I'll see. I should go help him because he's 1 star away from being maxed out, I guess. And yeah, I maxed these girls out. That's great. Alright, Dingo, you're next. We're doing this test in the outskirts of the city. Guessing it involves the wireless boosters and extenders that are being set up along the highway then. You really don't let any technology news pass you by, do you? It just happened to catch a rumor about it. The test is for a new cutting-edge feature of the Orbital cameras. It's called cloud storage. It lets one upload data directly into the Orbital network using those wireless boosters and extenders. If it works properly, I'll be able to capture and save more photos and videos while I'm out in the field. Having a copy there also makes it less likely for the data to be lost or damaged, supposedly. Damn, technology sure is advancing fast these days. The tech's still development though. A small portion is being tested by the military. But I do expect the feature to hit the market eventually. How'd you get your hands on it? You testing them for Marduk or something? Nah, I got it through Kitty. Ah, yeah, that makes sense. You met her through that case with the rich kid last year, right? Yeah, we swap info every now and then. It's funny to think about how many shared acquaintances we have now. Fate works in weird-ass ways. You could say that again. Stop the car here. This your first test spot? That's right, it won't be long. Works like a dream. The transfer speed isn't half bad either. Do you mind driving me to the next spot? Sure thing. You met her shortly after our first encounter, right? Huh? Kitty. Oh, yeah. Feels like it's been ages since then. 5 years ago, I helped her shake off an insane jackass, and then I got her into Crossbell, where she took refuge for a while. Sounds like she was going through a difficult time. That ain't the half of it. At that point, she had given up on a lot in her life, and she was also really aggressive. Funny, that's exactly how I would describe you from back then. You used to be constantly at my throat, remember? Ah, yeah, guess I was. Not to make excuses, but I was young and dumb. I'd only just started out as a brigand, so I had no idea what the hell I was doing. Yet even so, I couldn't help but be drawn to you. Your latent potential was clear as day. I wish your assistants could have seen what you were like at the time. That makes one of us. The sooner everyone can forget that period of my life, the better. But I'll never forget how you were always looking out for me despite how much of a walking hazard I was to myself and everyone around me. I still remember the first piece of advice you gave me.
Think about what you can do and what you want to do. You'll find a clue in how to move forward in the gap between the two.
I only vaguely recall saying that, to be honest. Those words helped me out a bunch of times. Is that so? I'll pull over here. This is the second spot. We're a good bit away from the city, but the signal's still decent. The transfer speed is a tad slower, but I can deal with it. Could you take me to the next spot? Will do. I hear you've hired yet another assistant. The number of people in your employ is growing fast. A little too fast if you ask me. But at least I don't have to do paperwork anymore, because that's sparing me that headache. Well, regardless, you've been surrounding yourself with some interesting people. Especially the blonde-haired one. She's an Aramis student like Kitty, right? If my instincts are right, let's not play detective with her. Everyone got their secrets, right? True enough. I suppose you and I also have things we don't want to share with each other. Yep. We're both got sides that we'd rather keep hidden. The only person who can face that part of yourself is you. Couldn't have put it better myself. Here we are. This is the final spot. So these two knew each other since way back. Even before I, knew of them in previous games. Afterwards, Van and Dingo reached the Memorial Park. Upon confirming there were no data transfer problems with the Orbital network, they made their way back to Edith. I'm honestly impressed. I thought the connection would have been more spotty given how far we were from the city. Guess we can all call this test a success. Yeah, thanks for the help, Van. Now I can. Yeah, no problem. Always happy to lend a hand. That cloud storage thing still sounds crazy to me. Technology's come a long way in the last decade. This is true, and you've seen that firsthand in Basel while we're working with Marduk. It's all a result of generations of people building on the achievements of those who came before them. Is that kind of thinking why you always look out for Marielle? You trying to help the next generation? Marielle or Marie? I keep doing that. Perhaps it might be why I did the same thing for you 5 years ago. I just can't bring myself to turn a blind eye to someone in need, even if I honestly don't know if I have the right to be helping anyone. Especially after all the pain I caused with my poor judgment in my younger years. Dingo. I just got one thing to say to that. You've taught me a lot over these past 5 years, and I'm sure Marie is absorbing a fair bit from you too. The knowledge she gains from you will definitely help her as she follows her own path through life, just as it helped me with mine. I'm not gonna let anyone dismiss everything you've done for us, and that includes you. Besides, if you're saying you've got poor judgment, where does that leave us? Fair point. I didn't mean to slight you or her. Forget I said anything. That was like me. That wasn't like me. Still... No. He's a grown man now. It's not my place to tell him that. I'm sure the influence of those around him will lead him to realize the truth on his own. You're being awfully quiet all of a sudden. Oh, I was just thinking about how much you've grown these past 5 years. You were still pretty immature back then. Can we not talk about this? The two of them drove back to the capital. Van then bade farewell to Dingo and returned to his work.
And once things calm down, let's grab some drinks at Bramati's. My treat.
Hell yeah. Strength 10? Yep. Yes. Van's connection stage went up, allowing me to learn something new about them. Alright, another strength up. 2 strength ups. Oh yes. Alright, well, on that note, guys, I'll be ending it here for today. I want to thank you all for watching. When we return, we're going to continue on doing a couple of things around town and then finally make it back to story markers, you know? So if anything else, thank you again, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one.